Alrighty guys, we're back for some big gruel, and this is a Brothers War standard brew. We're gonna go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked, but first things first, for anyone who may not know, I'm Red Cat and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well, so I hope that sounds fun to ya. Also, we do got that Discord link down in the description if you're interested in joining that up. Of course, I highly recommend it, right? What do we got in the build here, guys? Well, we got 4 fight rigging. Yep, this is a 3 mana enchantment with Hideaway 5. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you get to put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then, if you control a creature with power 7 or greater, you may play the exiled card without paying its mana cost. So there's a lot of stuff to hit with this Hideaway on the top end, which we'll go over in just a second. And a lot of great ways to help us get to power 7 or greater on a creature as well. So let's go over some of those ways, right? We got 4 giant growth in here. A 1 mana instant target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. Just a simple classic card that's actually going to do a lot. We're still seeing a lot of cut down too, so this helps us play around that. And it just helps us get some good damage through as well. Couple Bushwhacks in here. We've been playing with this card a lot, pretty much every green build we put together, right? Just mana fixing's important, and then fighting a creature can also be very important. We got 4 Riveteers Requisitioners. We don't get to see this one too often, and it's actually pretty good. So a 2 mana 3/1, and when it dies you create a treasure token, and then it has a blitz cost for 2 and a red. Yeah, it's just a solid little 2-drop here. Being at 3 power is going to be very important. So just having the Requisitioner with a giant growth, that's already 6 power. Then you slam that counter onto the Requisitioner and then nice. You already got the 7 power, and hopefully you're hitting something big on the top end with the fight rigging. So it literally can be that simple when you're rocking the giant growth. So we have 4 Llanowar Loamspeakers in here for a little bit of ramp, but then also the bottom ability. Being able to power up a land into a 3/3 happens to be pretty good. We've actually won quite a few games with that elemental land, you know? Okay, we have a single Reckoner Bankbuster in here. Being able to draw can be pretty important, but then also, yeah, being able to crew this up could be pretty important too for the fight rigging. You never know, right? It's crew for 3, and then it's a 4/4, so yeah. We have 4 Fable of the Mirrorbreaker because it's amazing, but then also, if we actually ever get to use the reflection of Kiki-Jiki, for some reason the opponent's not seeing their removal that game or something, there's a lot of great targets to hit with reflection. And then the ramp on the first Goblin Shaman. Do I really have to go over why this is in here? I don't think so. We know it's a great card. Yeah, we have 4 Rootwire Amalgams, which I'm actually going to drop in the 2-drop spot because you're going to play this for the prototype cost way more often than the 5 mana 5/5, right? So for prototype, it's 1 in the green, it's a 2/3. And then for 3 and double green, you can sacrifice it. Create an XX colorless golem artifact creature token, where X is 3 times Rootwire Amalgam's power. It gains haste until end of turn, activate only as a sorcery. So a very fun card. I've been enjoying the Rootwire Amalgam quite a bit, especially the few times where on video we were able to use the actual golem token to take out mono black, which was just amazing. But yeah, a very cool card to hit with fight rigging too. It just kind of gives us an extra creature that we can play early on, or in the Hideaway 5 if we don't see anything better. The Rootwire Amalgam is completely fine to hit with it, you know? Okay, we have a couple Workshop Warchiefs in here. A pretty powerful 5 mana card, which why don't we see this more? It's really shocking. I guess we don't see green very often, really, right? So for 5 mana, it's a 5/3 trample, and when it enters, you gain 3 life, and then when it dies, you get a 4/4 Rhino. And then it also has a blitz cost for 4 and double green, so if you really need it to have haste or something, right? Just a really solid card. Another great one to copy with the Fable, or the Reflection, right? And a great one to hit with the fight rigging. Okay, a couple more cards in here, guys. for Titan of Industries, naturally the perfect card to hit off of the fight rigging, and we're going to be able to cast this out. Just getting 7 mana isn't that bad at all, especially when we're generating treasures off of Fable, off of Requisitioner, and we have a little bit of ramp off of Loamspeaker. We can grab land with Bushwhack. Like, it's going to be easy to actually just play the Titan. Yeah. Oh, treasure off of Bankbuster, technically, if you get that many draws with it, too. And here's another one we don't get to see very often. Molten Monstrosity. So, 8 mana, 5/5 trample. But this spell cost X less to cast, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. So this actually pairs beautifully with cards like Giant Growth. And then also, you know, we have the fight rigging boosting our creatures every turn too, which just kind of makes the monstrosity a lot cheaper. So for 7 and a red, there is this line of play, right? Where if you have the Requisitioner down, you could have the Giant Growth onto the Requisitioner on turn 3. You still have 2 mana open potentially, and then you can play the Molten Monstrosity for that 2 mana on turn 3. Having a 5/5 trample that early on sounds pretty sick, doesn't it? But yeah, only 3 of them. It's also a pretty decent card to hit with the fight rigging as well. So obviously in this particular build, what we really want to see on that hideaway is Titan of Industry or the Warchief. But yeah, we just also have these other cards in here that totally work with it as well. So the mana base, guys, we got our dual lands, of course, a Who Endures, a Crucible of Defiance, some honorable mentions over here too. Cityscape Levelers, a card that I really want to play with more, but I couldn't find room for it this time, but I think it would be pretty good in here too. Then Blitz Automaton is a pretty solid one too, just a common as well. It's a card that I also want to play with more, but I just couldn't find room for. Okay guys, that's it. Super simple build. We're going for big old chunky creatures and fight rigging strategy. So let's go ahead, take it into some ranked and see how we do. Okay, we go first. Yeah, this is a solid hand. Wow. Start with the Vale. That way we can actually get the Requisitioner down in time, right? Planes from the opponent. Oh, Loamspeaker might be alright. No, I'm going to get Requisitioner. I don't know if we start the ball rolling with fight rigging or if we just go Fable of the Mirrorbreaker to get that down early. We probably go Fable. Requisitioner might bite the dust here too. It's going to be a lay down arms, actually. Okay. Get the other Vale down. Yep. Go ahead and get Fable. Yeah, them taking out the Requisitioner pretty much guaranteed the Fable here because fight rigging wouldn't have had a target. And we really want to get a little bit of a benefit every turn from it. We'll try our best. I mean, this might be like mono white mid-range, which would be very scary. I like having the extra land in hand. You know what? We still might ditch the forest though. Yeah, I mean they're both for the Karplusan Forest. I think that's fine. So we still have like a couple Bushwhacks and a ton of extra land in here too, so. Alright. Let's see what we find on the fight rigging. Which one's better to hit? Probably the Amalgam, since we can turn that in to a giant golem. Fable's pretty good too, honestly, but I'm gonna go Amalgam here. Get a swing, and they probably chump, because why not? They're gonna get another 1/1 next turn. No, they're gonna take it. Okay, let's get the Loamspeaker down too. Because I don't think they depopulate for 2 creatures. We're about to get Reflection too. They definitely want to hit a lot more than just the 2. There might still be a reason to hold back the Loamspeakers though. It would have let us save our treasure token too, to eventually play the Titan of Industry. Rockfall Vale. Okay. So we can power up a forest. They have 4 open here. Their Wandering Emperor would probably hit the land if I did that, right? Even so, would that be so bad? Yeah, I guess it would be. I'd rather them hit the Loamspeaker. Even though we're getting, like, nowhere close to the 7 power, I'd rather try them. Well, they're probably going to take out the Goblin Shaman then, since that's ramping us too. Yeah, it's probably the Goblin Shaman, and then they just take the 2 from Loamspeaker. Oh, okay, they go for some blocks here instead, so that way they can -2 next turn if they wanted to. That totally works, huh? So at this point, they could also just create more samurais as well. I guess we'll play the Loamspeaker. I hope it's not a depopulate, but it very well could be. We have 6 mana on the board without the Loamspeakers, but if we actually get to keep one of these, then the Titan hits. Okay, it's not going to be a depopulate. They go for their 2/2. Ambitious Farmhand. Yep, get a Plains. That'll give them 3. Second Wedding Announcement could hit. That's a thing we see often. So let's see it, right? Steel Seraph. Okay, very scary stuff. Okay. Okay, hold up now. Titan of Industry has some serious targets, but it's gotta be the Wedding Announcement over the Seraph, right? We can get... Oh no, yeah, we'll be able to copy the Titan with Reflection since we actually were able to keep it. Well, let's start gobbling up this board, huh? Gonna hit the Wedding Festivity and the Steel Seraph. I guess we'll tap down, we'll keep the treasure. So let's go destroy artifact, right? We have plenty of life. Let's go shield. Okay, we'll start with the festivity. Shield counter on the Titan, just in case it's a depopulate. Copy Titan. Destroy artifact or enchantment, and then we'll go Rhino. Actually, we could go shield on Reflection, but they're 1 mana away from a farewell. Okay. We're gonna get the Rootwire Amalgam. Crap. We're gonna get the Rootwire Amalgam no matter what. Well, that's not great. Because if it is a farewell, this is gonna... Wait, can we decline? What happens if we decline? Then if you control a creature with power 7 or greater, you may play the exiled card without... I guess we can just do it next turn? I've never done that before. I don't want it out here because farewell is very much a card. Okay, the Emperor is gone. Which I think we wanted to swing Emperor because they're still at 15. We didn't want this still on the board. Especially... I guess it depends. Lay down arms on Reflection. Okay, it's not a farewell. So maybe we should have got the Amalgam, but I think we still wanted to play around a farewell. Let's be real, right? I think we still wanted to play around that. Yeah, mono white mid-range, because why not? It actually looks pretty solid, doesn't it? Another fight rigging. Okay. So I wonder if we just plug all the counters onto Titan. We power up all the land we can. I'd rather power up the forest. Thank you very much, right? Okay. Hey, another Titan of Industry. Works for me. Works for me, guys. Let's full swing at the opponent's face. Power up some lands. And where do we want to put this? Because the Titan has trample. They have a bunch of chump blockers. Spread it out a little bit here. Get the other Titan down. We'll be able to take out... I guess I'd rather... Let's take out the Spirited Companion. Less chump blocker seems kind of okay. Yeah, GG opponent. They must not have had the Farewell. Because if they had it in hand, then they would have waited to see if they drew that 6th mana, right? GG. Yeah, the double Titans and everything. This is a stacked board state, guys. Overall, this was pretty solid. I'm pretty pleased with this match. But, you know, we kind of have a build that can definitely go mid-game to late game quite well. And I guess it kind of prefers to do that a little bit because of Titan of Industry, right? That first copy with the reflection, though, that was probably an early nail in the coffin, just being able to gobble up a lot of their board. And then it really came down to if they were going to be able to exile that first Titan, probably. Opponent goes first. Dang, are these, like, these are good hands, aren't they? I like this hand. Yeah, these were some solid hands. Titan of Industry. Just go Bushwhack. Get some mana. You know what? I'm going to do that. Grab a green source. Like, we could have saved it. Oh, just 2 open planes, huh? Is this going to be more mono white mid-range? It could be. Let's get that amalgam down. Okay, no removal for it. That's good news. Another plains. A wedding? What is happening? This isn't the same opponent, right? I think those are different lands. I mean, sure. Yeah, we'll go fight rigging. We didn't hit a lot of great stuff off of the fight rigging. Honestly, the giant growth would be much better in my hand. So I guess it's going to be Riveteers Requisitioner. That's fine. Yeah, it's fine. They are going to chump. Makes sense to me. They're going to get another one next turn, so might as well. Spirited Companion, yeah, looks like the same deck, guys. I mean, this could be their revenge. Or maybe we'll prove that we can just defeat, like maybe we're favored against mono white mid-range. I like the Loamspeaker here. But I also like the second fight rigging. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And we're going to do that before... they got removal for the amalgam. Well, potentially. It's going to be Destroy Evil. Oh, no. Alright, well, let's see what we hit here. Oh, not great cards. I mean, Fable of the Mirrorbreaker is great, but... yeah, it's going to be Fable. Well, bad news. Fight rigging doesn't have any creatures out there to hit, so... that's definitely bad news. They have 5 mana already. Wedding Announcement's going to draw them a card this turn. They're going to go Sarah Paragon. Okay, that's one we didn't get to see in the last game. Second Titan of Industry. See, like, these Titans can be great here. We just have to survive long enough to get them down, I guess. I don't think the Who Endures is worth it. I think we actually need that as a land, potentially, so... we're going to play the forest. Let's get the Loamspeaker down. At least the fight rigging as a target now. We have the Who Endures open, too, but... again, I think we want that as a land. Especially if the Loamspeaker survives. Because then we'll be able to get the Titan down. Ah, they found a lay down arms. Okay. Yeah, honestly. Yeah, why not play mono white mid-range? The meta's been crazy, guys. It's just constantly something new. Has it been like that for you guys as well? It's like every time I sit down... Oh, I'm sorry, opponent. I don't know how long you were waiting on me, but I looked away for a second. So the Huinders on the Festivity, it'd be 3 less damage. It's not worth it. I'm going to save it as a mana just in case like we're super desperate and need to draw mana 2 turns in a row. Oh man, the Bankbuster too. A lot of great targets for the Huinders, but I think everything is banking on these Titans. Oh, ditching the Reliquary back down to 5 mana. I mean, draw 2. Sounds good. Yeah, let's see what we draw. Bushwhack. Oh, crap. Well, we could find mana, then next turn we'll have the 7th. 13. Man. The Bankbuster. The Mishra's Foundry. Oh, no. Oh, no. We're in danger, guys. We're in some serious danger. Let's just grab... Yeah, we can grab another forest. Really, the red is mostly splashed in here, huh? Or like the Fable and the Requisitioner. I guess it's more than a splash. We do have the top end as well. Alright, no targets for the fight rigging again, and this Titan of Industry needs to hit the board next turn. So, yeah, we could, if we're about to die, we could use the Huinders on the Festivity. Take less damage. Sanctuary Warden, okay. That's bad, but Titan does have reach. They are going wide, though, too. Power up Bankbuster. How much damage is this? That's 13 damage, isn't it? That is 13 damage. Oh, crap. So it's... we are forced to draw a land. So let's take out the Bankbuster, because it's 5 less damage if we take out Bankbuster, but only 4 less damage if we hit the Festivity. And then the big issue here is now we actually need to draw a land to get the Titan down. Oh no, guys, it was a fight rigging. Oh no. Well, 3 fight riggings on the board with no targets. GG. So the hand was really great. We saw some pretty terrific cards too. Just a couple pieces of removal was enough for the opponent to get it though. So, I mean, nice. And being able to actually have that 13 damage to, like, forcing us to play the Huinders. It was close, I feel. I mean, it didn't look close. But had we seen the land, I do think the Titan of Industry would have been able to do enough. Take out Festivity, blocks well in the air. Then again, since we wouldn't have been able to use the shield counter, because we probably would have had to gain the 5 life, right? Yeah, they probably just would have had other removal for it, huh? Well, they ended up getting their revenge. Let's see if we could actually see a different deck today, right? Let's see what else the opponents are bringing to the table. Right into the next one. Opponent, don't be mono white mid-range. Please. I like to see variety. Oh, worst hand of the evening. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is the bad one. I think this is a mulligan. The opponent goes first too. Okay, there we go. You can always send the Titan, but I think keeping Titans safer than the Monstrosity? Maybe not. You know what, I am gonna send the Titan back. No, that's pretty silly, isn't it? There's like a lot of cool stuff we can see with the Molten Monstrosity, but just gonna start with the forest here. the basic forest. What is up with the new decks today, guys? Apparently I haven't been playing enough. One with the multiverse. Oh, okay, this isn't a new one. The Rafine's Informant, though, that's a cool addition. They already got... Like, they already are set up. I'm so afraid of what's in their hand. Bankbuster was a good draw. Uh-oh, Fable might not hit. Oh, okay, good. That might actually give us a chance. Faithful Mending. That's pretty scary, man. Every time I see this, like, usually we're able to get a victory against these builds, but they're still very, very scary. Another Faithful Mending is what they send, and a Plane. So they're really banking on the one with the multiverse. Getting a Celestis down, and they don't even need to see a land. They have the 5 available for when it comes time to bring back the one with the multiverse. A Soul Partition. Ah, it takes out the token. That's not good, guys. I'm gonna ditch the Bankbuster here. And, well, I don't know about keeping the land at this point, too. I guess the second fight rigging. Let's see what we find. Giant Growth, there we go. And a Requisitioner. So now we might be able to get set up. Let's get the Requisitioner down. It's probably going to see more removal, but hopefully they don't just bring back the one with the multiverse right away. Because next turn we are set up for the fight rigging and the Giant Growth, and we might be able to see, like, a Titan of Industry. It depends what they see with the one with the multiverse, too. Oh, Fable. Okay, they didn't find it. So you may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. Once during each of your turns, you may cast a spell from your hand or the top of your library without paying its mana cost. So, it's a pretty scary card, but luckily they weren't able to bring it back. So we might be able to do something fancy here. Second fight rigging, sure. Alright, let's get the forest down. Karplusan Forest, sorry. Let's see what we see with the first fight rigging. We only have 2 mana open then. It's not going to be a Titan of Industry. A couple more Fables, though. I mean, that's fine. Do we want to get it this turn? I believe we have to do... I don't think we can do Giant Growth on top of the stack of the fight rigging. For some reason, I don't think we can do... I think we have to do it before combat. Let me know in the comments. Do I have to, like, full control to be able to do that? I really don't want to test it here. so we're going to do it all before combat. Just in case. You know, get that other Fable down. Get the ball rolling. It's a 7-5 Requisitioner. I'm going to swing with it. So they're going to double block? Oh no, they're just jumping. Okay. I was going to say a double block would be terrific for us because we get a treasure token too, you know? We have 5 mana on the board. Ramp with the Shaman. Yeah, we're just going to take the 2. They have 2 cards in hand. It might be a Faithful Mending turn. It's going to be a Depopulate. Oh, no. No, guys. We had a pretty terrific board state ready. So Fable... Probably ditch the fight rigging. Let's look for a land. Try to get this Titan down. Well, Titan might be better to eventually take out the one with the multiverse. Rootwire is pretty good too. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that and see if we can get Titan of Industry down. Watch the last card in their hand be a Make Disappear. No way. I mean, they have the Faithful Mending open. That's instant speed. Okay. So we're going to take out Fable over Celestis, I think. I think Reflection, well, we could also, I guess Shield Counter and Rhino would be good too. Reestablish a board state. Shield Counter plays around the Depopulate. Now let's take out the Fable. We don't have a lot of removal in this deck. Take out the Reflection. Get that Shield Counter. Okay. Ditching the other fight rigging, like, now would be a great time to actually have it in hand, but I really wanted to find that land, which ended up working out then, in the moment. Positioner's fine. Really don't know how I feel about a swing with the Titan now that they got the second Fable down, because they're going to take out the shield counter. They find a Depopulate, that's pretty bad. I guess we should still swing. How do you guys feel about that? Like, maybe I'm being a little bit too greedy here. Because this gets rid of some of their ramp, which I don't necessarily know what they need the ramp for. Yeah, I guess we'll keep Requisitioner in hand to still play around the Depopulate in that sense. I don't really know what the best option there was. A swing with Titan or just hold it back for Reflection. Another one with the Multiverse in the grave and the second Depopulate. No! Titan and Reflection are gone. Hey! Second Titan of Industry. I'm down. As long as they don't counter it here, right? Good draw, guys. Wow. Shield counter, and I guess we'll just do the same thing. Take out their Fable before it turns to Reflection, which is a little bit silly. Soul Partition. Okay, it's going to cost 2 more. That's not too bad, though. Like, we can get 2 more land. This is a back and forth, but they have more card draw, and the Celestis can help them draw too. Or filter through, I should say, so. Interesting matches, guys. I haven't seen this deck in a very long while. Faithful Mending again. Wow. Just piling cards into their grave. They missed a repair and recharge here. Workshop Warchief is a terrific draw. Holy cow. We're just gonna establish these. We're not gonna blitz these. Gonna get these on the board, get them ready. And let's go ahead, split this up a little bit, huh? We have a 4-2 and a 5-3. Yeah, weird matches, man, but I'm having a blast with this deck. They found an Invoke Justice on the top. Oh, thank goodness it was just a land. But now we're in serious trouble, guys. This is not good. This is not good. I mean, hey, we can't complain too much. We found that Titan of Industry on the top too, but wow, what a draw. All right, now I'm gonna blitz this out. Now we're going, we gotta just go fast, right? Let's go on the Warchief this time. That's a bunch of damage, but I don't know. It really depends what they end up finding. Okay, we found a Fable at the end there. That's good, but if we draw a land, we can get that second Titan down. Do they find a land off the top? Depopulate. We get a 4-4 and a treasure, so we can play the Titan and take out that one with the Multiverse, guys. That is sweet. Go Faithful Mending here. Wait, is the Depopulate what they played for free? Or did they find something else potentially? Oh, Portal to Phyrexia. Oh, it doesn't have a sacrifice any. Okay. Well, what the crap do we hit, guys? What do we hit? This is insane. It's got to be Portal now, right? Because they're going to be able to take our Titans back. This is insane. This is actually insane. We have 1 treasure. I guess, right, we have to take out the portal. guess we play around to populate again. Shield counter, right? This is ridiculous. The opponent's seeing a lot of great stuff, but so are we, so... They find a land off the top with one with the multiverse. They have so many cards in there. They have 22 cards in their grave and only 24 remaining. Wait, what? Repair and Recharge was on top? Oh no, guys, they got the portal back and we had to sacrifice the Titan. That's probably the nail in the coffin because they can start taking the Titan next turn. Oh no. Man. And they found a Karn Silex on top too. Hey, who endures? Wow, what a terrific draw. What is even happening right now? It's a shame that we can't get rid of the one with the multiverse. Oh, we wanted to play... Well, they don't have any cards in hand, so I guess that's fine. And they don't have any basic land left in the deck, I guess. I'll do this before combat to get the counter. This is insane. Like, if they stop seeing stuff with one with the multiverse, we might still be able to get there. Nope, Repair and Recharge off the top again for the opponent. Oh no, I mean, it's been back and forth. Like, we keep drawing stuff that, like, kind of gets us out of the problem of the portal. But, I mean, it's gotta be over, right? Bushwhack. Well, we can ditch that, huh? To the Fable, see what we draw. Giant growth. Oh no, well, I guess that's that. GG opponent. This could have gone either way, guys, honestly. It really could have. This was an insane game. This is a really fun deck, too. That Fight Rigging Titan combo. I forgot to mention it earlier. Oh no, it was a suggestion down in the comments to revisit Fight Rigging and Titan. I totally forgot to mention that while going over the deck. I apologize, but yeah, very fun combo still. Let's go ahead. Do we go one more draw or give them Giant Growth just to end it this turn? I'm pretty sure there's nothing we can draw now that they have our Titan too. Let's give them our Giant Growth. Let's do it. We gotta find fancy ways to concede every now and then. Another Invoke Justice. Oh, that also does it, but they're still gonna take my Giant Growth. We might as well still play it, you know? Yeah, a lot of really just powerful cards packed into a Jeskai build, and a lot of things lined up for them. I thought it was lining up for us quite a few times. Drop them the GGs because, wow, that was a good game, wasn't it? Oh, man. They ended up with two. With two of the one with the multiverse on the board, too. Wow. Oh, man. Well, let's go ahead and go over the deck here. Oh, got a Brothers War pack. Let's crack that pack real quick. Let's do it. See what we get. Oh, the Toy Maker, Santa Claus, let's go. I think that's my fourth one. That's pretty funny, actually. It's like the game knows. Obviously, everyone's putting together a Toy Maker deck for, you know, the holiday season and whatnot. And I'm putting together one that just has a bunch of birds in it. And it only had 3, but maybe I should run 4 now that I cracked one, right? Guys, here's the deck list again. This was just like solid fun, man. This is exactly what you'd expect from a fight rigging build. Now, there were a lot of moments where we just ran out of creatures and didn't have anything to plug the fight rigging into. You know, I mean, if we look at it this way, actually, I mean, that's still a lot of 2-drops. That's 12 2-drops to play into the fight rigging, but the opponents have so much removal. And then also Fable has a couple creatures tacked onto it too. So yeah, I think we have enough creatures. I was going to say maybe we want some 1-drop creatures, but Bushwhack didn't do too much today, but that's okay. Giant Growth was cool. Workshop Warchief. I really like this card. I'm just shocked we never see it, huh? Titan of Industry is nasty, but we just don't see a lot of green anymore. So if you're not running green, then obviously Titan of Industry is going to be a no-go. So I wonder what green needs to actually see more play. Because you'd think like just being able to have a Titan of Industry in the deck would be worth it enough to try to build something for the meta, you know? But yeah, we just don't see green very often anymore. We didn't get to see Molten Monstrosity, but it's still a sweet card to have in this build. I would say, you know, it, like I said, super simple. You can have a turn 3 Monstrosity in this deck pretty easily with just a Requisitioner and a Giant Growth, and then you're good to go. And having a 5/5 trample as well, it just adds something to grab with the fight rigging, which, as you saw, Hideaway 5 isn't Hideaway 7, you know? So only seeing 5 cards, you're gonna see not so much. Like, we had to grab a Fable that one time, we grabbed a Requisitioner another time, right? We couldn't even find the Amalgam when it came time, so having as many of the top end creatures as possible is very important. So we didn't get to see Bankbuster do a thing today. Loamspeaker was awesome though. The mana was good, right? Yeah, I think the mana was fine, and having the 24 plus the 2 Bushwhack totally works for this style of build, because you don't need too much mana in the deck when you're ramping with Requisitioner, Loamspeaker, and Fable, and then the Bushwhack as well. So yeah, 24 was fine, huh? I really liked this one. If you made it this far into the video, then y'all are champions, and I super duper appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.